Man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope everyone's blessed. Can y'all hear me? Let's see here. Yeah. Let's turn the mic up some. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not hearing this through my headphones. But it's all good. You should be hearing me good right now. Man, I've wanted to do a live stream like this for a minute. I'll be honest with you. Um, I was finally able to put some good time together in my life, as far as staying away from drugs, being healthy, doing good. And I wasn't able to do that before whenever I did the NA, the AA, the programs. Like, it just wasn't for me. And I'm at a point right now to where I'm not really in a good mental headspace. I know I have to get back to these core principles in my day-to-day life. And if I don't do that, then I'm going to be in a bad spot. So today is day one, getting back to it. This is the new podcast. It's just going to be a 30-minute thing that anybody that wants to improve themselves, anybody that wants to hang out and speak on things, or just drop in, it's cool. Hang out, it's cool. But this will not be a music thing where I'm playing music, reacting to music. It's going to be 100% based around what you see in the logo, which is, the name is Built to Win, and it's just faith, discipline, supplements, working out, and then affirmations and manifestation, different stuff. I want to share different techniques that have worked for me, and hopefully you guys can share some stuff that works for you. I think that it would be the dopest thing if we could get uh a good amount of people on board, all doing this together, and start today, just kind of working it into it, and make it, a habit that we do. And I'm definitely gonna be doing it. I would love for y'all to join me for this ride, and let's just all uh help each other, help each other be great in life, because we can all be great. And it starts with, for me, and I say this because anybody out there that is not a believer, I don't want to keep you away from this. I want you to 100% be here, because I know that these other principles you can gain from these, and you will uh, do great with it. You don't have to be an addict to do this. This is just the only type of program in my life that ever worked. The other stuff did. Shout out to No Drama, Mo, Curtis Ryan, JC, Crush, No Drama, man. Much love to y'all. If y'all know anybody, what I'm saying, that, they might not be into the certain music stuff, but they're into health and fitness. They're into faith. If you know any people that specialize in faith, if you know anybody that specializes in fitness, if you know people that do manifestation, affirmations, I would love to have them come on here and join me for stuff like this, because this isn't about me being the host and all that. This is about me sharing stuff that I've learned, and going over it each week, and just kind of getting reset, starting the week out on Monday on a good note, and following a program. And I promise you that within 4 to 6 weeks, anybody that is consistent with this program that I'm about to lay out for you and takes it serious, you will see a major change in their life. This guy right here that you see in this magazine, I had been on that program, and I'd put 2 years together sober, 2023, and shot this music video. And I was just starting to actually get a little muscle on me at the time. I actually bulked up something there, but never felt better. Like, if you watch me performing, then I'm literally on a big stage, jumping across the dang thing, like, and not getting winded, like, feeling great. in my late 30s at the time. But I just want to lay this out for y'all. And, it's hard to do without having some stuff wrote down to kind of give me a guideline so I don't miss anything. But of course, you know, faith is going to be one of the first things. Most people aren't losing because they're weak. Most people are losing because they're tired. Tired mentally, tired spiritually, tired physically. This world will drain you of your peace. It will destroy your confidence, poison your body, and make you forget who God created you to be. But not here. This podcast is about rebuilding your mind, strengthening your body, and putting Jesus back in the center of your life. Because the healing is possible, discipline is possible, peace is possible. One workout, one prayer, one decision at a time. I would like to welcome y'all to the Built to Win podcast. I'm B Millie. I love y'all. Man, rock with me on this. I'm telling you, this might not be y'all's cup of tea when I'm on here playing jams, whatever. I get that. But I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all stress free. I want to know that the people I have love for on here that are believers are gonna be, if something tragically, God forbid, happened to somebody that I would know in my heart, like, hey, they're sitting in heaven, they're good. I want to know that with all y'all. And we have a strong community over here. How much stronger would it be if we all came together on something like this and made it a part of our routine? Like, let's take care of ourselves. And then to me, this is something that I learned over time is that if I'm not good, I'm not any good to anybody. And if I'm not in a good mind state, if I'm not physically healthy, if I'm not mentally healthy, I'm not good to anybody. I'm not worth a damn. I can't help. Can't be a good father. I can't be the best friend. I can't be the best associate. I can't be the best music artist. Whenever I got clear headed like this, that's whenever I found my voice as an artist. Whenever I'm clear headed and working out and in a good mind state, that's whenever I make the best music. It's not when I'm high. It's not when I'm doing anything like that. And I fell off of this program. I got back to it, and then stuff happened with my toe. But even before then, like there was relapses. There was I'm open and honest with y'all. I've stayed mostly drug free. I haven't stayed 100% drug free. I've had some issues, and I feel like this is where it starts. That I have more accountability for that, and I want y'all to hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Let's say a quick prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for being able to come on here and do something like this. And I thank you for the people showing up, and hopefully more will come. Hopefully people will come that aren't even music related. They just come for this because I think this is a program that could potentially help thousands of lives because not a lot of people vibe with the NA, AA. Not a lot of people, can just be Bible thumped and go to church constantly and that work for them. But for this guy, Jesus, this is what worked for me. Affirmations, prayer, working out, uh, being somewhat healthy with my eating habits, supplements, uh, did wonders for me. Stuff that rehabs couldn't do, stuff that programs couldn't do. And dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you just help me be able to grow in strength and be able to pass along knowledge and receive knowledge from others. And let's just be able to use this as a place that we can come each week, reset, and lay out our goals for the week, get a good message going, maybe learn something, and then start our week off great, and then tap back in throughout the week as we're doing other stuff. And then, every week, I would like to see Granny. This is not a music podcast, Granny. No disrespect, but I can't even play the music if I wanted to. I am live direct to YouTube right now. I'm not on Restream. I'm not on any kind of streaming platform, so I wouldn't be able to play that. And I don't know if you saw it, so I'm not trying to be hateful towards you, but I did want to make it clear because I didn't want people coming like, "Hey, I want to jam the music," and then get here and be like, "What is this? I can't listen to music." There will be no music during these lives, and I will be very strict on the time frame because there's no need for me to be on here talking, yapping for a long period of time. I'm, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes and should be perfect. Let's see where I'm at next on how I really wanted to do this. I mean, let's start with the spiritual stuff. I mean, I picked out a Bible verse, the Gospel of Matthew 11, 28. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, and I don't say this stuff to at all be trying to get sympathy. I say this just trying to be open and honest with y'all, and maybe some relate, maybe some don't relate. Bonnie, good to see you. Much love. Uh, I've been in a fucked up place mentally the last couple weeks. I've been in a place where I've probably cried more than I have all year. There have been times where I felt like fuck it. I was almost done with my album before I broke my toe. I don't my album probably won't come out till the second week of June. And that's fine because I'm gonna take care of myself first and then take care of stuff, as needed. But um the main life application with that Bible verse is how do we apply this today? You know what I'm saying? Examples are like prayer before gym, gratitude in hard moments, stopping negative self talk. People have no clue the power that your words have. Even starting your day out and you go into your job and you say, "Man, I'm tired today." You've already set your mindset. If you get up every morning 30, 40 minutes early, pray. This is how I started. This that may sound corny to you. I read a book and this was the way that they did it in that book. And it's some of this is centered around like a 3-6-9 method. 3 times in the morning, I would say, day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. But I did it different then. I would repeat it 10 to 20 times. But like now, I'll pull out a notebook and write it down. It'll be different stuff. But I do it in the morning 3 times, 6 times around lunch, and then at night before I go to bed, 9 times. And man, you have no idea the power that that has. I'll be out in the middle of summer on some of the hardest work days I had. Year before last, whenever I was really on this program and working hard, and the guy that was working with me, he knows I'm not the type to want to work late and bust my ass like that all the time. And he was impressed because the simple thing that I said every day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. That stuck in my head. So whenever he said, we can go home right now at 5, or we can bust ass and not get home till 6:30, but we can get this job done. And I would push myself to go a little bit harder than I did, you know, the day before. And man, the results that I got. And then it was like right as soon as I got completely right with that, things fell into place. God started bringing me opportunities. That's whenever I went and did I got invited randomly to a venue about 30 minutes from my house. Got a invited VIP ticket, somebody I don't know. I went and just so happened that Jelly Roll was a special invited guest. I hadn't saw him in years, bumped into him. The owners realized, hey, damn, like this local guy kind of did some stuff. So they started booking me, putting me on shows. Major things, came off of that. I mean, I might not be here talking to y'all right now, if it wasn't for that. But let's get into the supplement stuff, man, because there's one thing that females don't act like this stuff doesn't apply to you. It 100% applies to you. You might not want to get bulked up, boo. That's fine. creatine. 5 grams of creatine a day, and it's not just a physical thing. It's also a nootropic. It helps your mind work better. What it says here, it says for muscle building support. That's a very basic thing with it, but creatine is an amazing supplement. Granny, I don't want to get hateful with you, especially not here, but please quit sending links. We're not doing that here. You can send them to my email. You can send them any other time, but this is not a music podcast. It's not a place to come promote music. That's not what we're doing here, Granny. If you want to pray with us, if you want to do all that, we can do that. But this is not. It's not that. Another. I'm big on pre-workouts before I work out, but this is something gray matter. It contains. Let me just tell you what it says it does. This is a super cognitive support food, a nootropic drink mix. Has something called alpha GPC, which helps your brain cognitive function higher than you'll probably ever get it to do outside of maybe being on drugs, and that's not going to be as clear headed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be on stimulants, but you're wired up, stuck over here. This is a clear headed stimulant. You're connecting. It helps your memory, and just it helps those thoughts come to you quicker when they wouldn't. It does contain some caffeine, but it is pure caffeine derived from pure sources. Let me see what this one's derived from. Let me just say all the vitamins: vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin E, B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, B5. It's got nitro cyagen, L-thorazine, alpha GPC. That's the one that's going to get your mind really thinking, right? It's got mace root extract, green tea extract. This is where they get the caffeine. And then down here, you've got the stuff like lion's mane. I'm sure anybody that's paid attention to supplements, that's been a big one. It's been talked about a lot lately. And I might even get into speaking to y'all about some health practices. The superfood, Bonnie, I got this, saw it on Instagram, clicked on an ad, and you can go actually to their website. Hold on, let me see these straight to them. Go to Gray Matter Bright Mind. If you type that in, Gray Matter Bright Mind, you will be able to find their website. But there's a lot of drink mixes out there on the market. This is a highly rated one that puts good it actually puts good levels of the supplement. Some of these places, like, they skimp you on the supplement and it doesn't do what it's supposed to. I don't like the taste of this. I normally don't even drink a full scoop of this. I'll normally mix this with a little pre-workout that's got caffeine in it. And if you've ever seen me up here on a Friday night and I've got a cup the whole time and I seem to be clear-headed, talking clearly, not struggling at all, like, probably had to the gum I'm chewing on right now, I'm sure you've heard of, or most of you had. It is neurogum. Just something quick, a little caffeine. L-theanine, for those that don't know about L-theanine, L-theanine is used to calm you down and not get hypertension, like tense off the caffeine. It's a great supplement. This supplement is something that really looking into it more lately. It's one that's always recommended, and that's ashwagandha. And let's see what's this is a Shilajit Gold gummies, and this is what you get from this: helps boost energy, 85 trace minerals. A lot of the times when we're feeling like shit, it's not because we're tired. A lot of times our body is mineral deficient. We're dehydrated. And that's another thing that I want to speak to y'all about. Everybody thinks, hey, I'm dehydrated. I got to drink a lot of water. I found out the hard way that water isn't always the solution to dehydration. This might sound crazy to you, but if you're really dehydrated, take a cup of water, pour about, worth of salt in the water, a couple little pinches, throw it in there, and that salt helps hydrate you. Some people, check my facts, you know what I'm saying? Check my facts. This one, no drama. I got lucky and caught it at TJ Maxx on sale, and it was still good. This is Better Alt Gold Gummies. They normally have this in any GMC, any Walgreens. It's normally higher at those places, especially if you order offline. So saw it. I'm like, damn. I'm a warning with these. They say to, and I'm not trying to be explicit, but obviously anybody wants their sex drive to be good. They say shield it is the truth with it. You can see on these gummies to where it's so potent that it's actually staining through the package. And these things taste like shit. I don't know how to describe it. I haven't took one today, so I'll take it. The things I'm showing you, some of them are daily stuff for me. This is creatine is 100%. I think everyone on earth should do creatine daily. This is nighttime before bed every night. This tastes like shit. My advice is chew it up a little bit so you'll be able to swallow it good and then just drink it real quick. I feel you, no drama. Here, I'll tell you a little bit about me and nerves. From age probably 19 to 24, I felt like I had to take 5 to 10 uh blue Xanaxes to function. I started having panic attacks whenever I was 16, and it got to where like I felt like I was having a constant panic attack, and I didn't know how any other way to deal with it at the time because it was something new to me. I never dealt with it, and got to where there's that whole time frame from like 19 to 24 is a blur to me because I was on 5 to 10 Xanaxes a day. And coming off that, whenever I finally came off of those nerve pills and wasn't taking them like that, it was absolute hell. People don't know nerve pill medication withdrawal. Like, yeah, of course, you're not gonna feel good the first couple of days, but it's got like a thing where like a couple weeks into it, it really hits you different to where you just feel uneasy, you don't feel comfortable. Um, Thankfully, I am a on a regular nerve medication. And this is something that I can't stress more than anything. The more that you can take care of your health issues with natural stuff and look to that instead of looking to, big pharma to fix it for you, the better off that you'll be. Um, I am prescribed to Klonopin right now. I normally don't. I rarely will you ever see me take it throughout the day, and if I do take it, I try not to take it. But sometimes I can't sleep if I don't take it. I'll take I'm supposed to take 2 a day. If I ever take 2 a day, I'll take it an hour before bed, sleep good, get up, but I do wake up groggy. Uh, so, I prefer not to. My goal this year is to get off of any kind of medication, any kind of prescriptions. I've been on Suboxone, gabapentin, Klonopin for so many years, for so long that it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I've been able to, yeah, still remain pretty healthy most of the time unless I was strung out on something else. But they do, I mean, there's not a whole lot of long-term studies yet on Suboxone, but you know, it causes tooth decay. It causes, I don't know what the long-term effect is on your liver. Nerve medication definitely has a lot of, effects. Jail got me a really bad withdrawal from my meds, and I only took it as needed, but they made me take it as the label said. I'm a guy that at age 13 was diagnosed with chronic chronic depression, chronic anxiety. They try to put me on every single antidepressant that you could think of. I've been prescribed to and probably didn't take. There was a couple that I tried to take, and my belief today is that unless you just absolutely feel like you have to, like that's not the route. Like, and I'm telling you, I was there. Like today, I was there mentally. That's what got me wanting to do this. Today, I was there. There's there's shit that I can't share with y'all that took place behind the scenes with my day today. Brother, I can't link you on this. It's just straight to YouTube live, so I can't then add anybody onto it unless I start it out before I start. I'm only gonna be on here probably another 5-10 minutes. Man, we can do that on a music show. This is man, this is just all about spiritual stuff, fitness, and just really taking care of ourselves, bro. Just something I want to start. This is a podcast I want to do once a week, and hopefully y'all will join me along this ride, and we can be great together. Um, Manifesting. I don't know what y'all feel about manifesting, but on the manifestation stuff, I would do the same thing. The 3-6-9, 3 times in the morning, 3 times at lunch, three times later in the day. And at one point, my manifestation was I want to be a famous rapper. I'm going to be a famous rapper. I'm going to that. That's what I was manifesting. And at the time, at the time I was doing it, I dang sure was on a good track. Headed that way. Um, doing on good. Testosterone is one of those things. Guys over 35, especially 40, definitely they say to get your testosterone levels checked. Uh, yeah, contact me about that. The only thing with that is that unless you dose it correctly, you can really fuck your natural testosterone output up to where it actually messes you up. Has it, brother? That's awesome. That's awesome. What kind of price is like monthly testosterone like to be able to go get through a month with testosterone? Done right, testosterone's fine. They do recommend it. For guys my age, I should have already had my testosterone levels checked. I would say it's probably low. My sex drive, it comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? But it's not what it was. 140 for 10 shots sent through. How many? So when are you taking those shots? What's that look like? 140 for 10 shots. Is it giving you just a high test? Because my research that I've looked into it says that kind of microdosed more frequently is a better way with the testosterone than just doing bigger doses and then having like a fall off. 140 for 10 shots. Yeah, let's hit me up on Instagram. I'm not gonna bullshit with y'all in the chat. I'll be 100% with y'all. I'll probably try that. I did testosterone whenever I was younger and didn't need it, and it's a drug. But I felt it was like a euphoria, just like a natural high feeling, and I could work out for like hour or two straight and just be feeling amazing. Testosterone, man, you can split it and make 20. I do one count a week, but some do half a week. I will stay on time. I'm gonna try, brother. Hit me up. Most definitely. The man I've been looking for. Let's not talk about this anymore on here. But yeah, hit my inbox up, man, for sure. But man, I love myself. I want to feel better. I want to look better. I want to have a closer relationship with Jesus. I want to be Jesus like. And I think that's where a lot of us have been misguided through religions. And I'm not trying to knock anybody's religions, but I want y'all to do your research. Where all these different types of religions came from. And if you read the Bible and you're a Christian, you're a true believer of Christ, he says there's only one way, and that's through him. That's my belief. I don't believe that you need to go to a church and that's the way that you need to really go about getting right with the Lord. If that's how you get right with the Lord and that's the way you fellowship, that's awesome. But they have turned the church into a money making thing. And as always, money gets involved and it messes a lot of things up. I'll see some other stuff I want to touch on. Positive thought, affirmation, faith, mindset, confidence, visualization. Man, I take test books through Walmart. I've got a testosterone supplement, but it's one of those that, doing my research, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief Ron. I don't think those do a lot. Honestly, from the research I did, I think they're hyped up to do a lot, but hey, maybe it does. I hope it does for you, brother. I'm not knocking it, but I think the only way to truly get your testosterone right, I mean, there's natural ways. Eating, working out, being healthy helps raise it up, but you know, getting actual testosterone is the only surefire way to get like that. Church is the building. The true church is our undivided faith. Yes, the kingdom of Christ is within us. We were not meant to be obedient, weak servants bowing down as if we're bowing to a master. Jesus wanted to teach us how to be like him, Christ like. He didn't want us being weak, scared people. He wanted us to be strong, be Christ like, learn to do like I do. He wants you to connect with nature, connect with him. I have never felt closer to Christ than whenever I was going outside, touching grass, praying heavily, doing the things that we're talking about, and having my spirituality on point. I don't call it religion. That's not. I would say I'm more spiritual, but I'm just a follower of Christ. That's the simplest I can put it. If you a little, that's great, man. For real. I won't knock anything that people are taking. A big thing on the market now is the Samoralin, the BPC 157. It's supposed to have effects of pretty much being able to help you, they say, recover from workouts almost on a steroid level, which I'm not trying to be, King Dingling walking around on steroids, and it's hard to trust that shit. I have very small amounts of times taking steroids before, many, many years ago. It was funny. My mom, about about a year and a half ago, I just been consistent working out. Walked in, talking to her one day. She said, "Are you on steroids?" I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "If I was on steroids, I'd be motherfucking like a WWE motherfucker right here." I haven't been working out much at all lately. Been laying around a lot, and this is just little old me right now. I'm getting back right today. Give me 2 weeks and you'll see a major change. People that know muscle has memory. Once you get to a certain size, it's not hard to get back to that. It's hard to get past that. And with the right program, you can do it, man. But I believe it starts with God. And it goes to you, your mindset, the way that you go about your day to day life. Never say anything. Don't say negative stuff. Keep the negative out. Say, I will. I'm going to. This is gonna happen. I believe 100% in manifestation. I believe 100% in all that. I would argue with you to the death. I would probably put my life on it that if we knew how to really tap in, that there's nothing that we couldn't do. And that's y'all might call that conspiracy theory. I could send you to some CIA documents where that's a real thing. Bet. Hey, no drama. I'm about to get super on the uplifting stuff because if I don't, I found myself feeling kind of, chip on my shoulder today, and I smiled, quit biting my tongue, and I started going at people, and I don't want to be that guy. That's not my goal in life. But I do want to say this: is if any of these motherfuckers is feeling froggy, Adam Calhoun, Shocker Ever Grows Balls, anything like that, and they just want to, man to man squabble up. Y'all the same motherfuckers that my kids had to see the despicable shit y'all did. Y'all the same motherfuckers that my mom had to see videos y'all posted had a mild heart attack. You should pray that I get very, very close to God. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to seek revenge, but it's hard to let that go. Oh, stretches. Oh man. And that's the thing, like each week, I would like for y'all to help me. Especially, people that are doing these things already. Help me, just educate. Let's reset. Speak on maybe some new stuff. And I think it would be dope for people to kind of share photos. Hey, I'm looking like this. I like to see people's transformations. And if you transfer your mind spiritually, your thought process, and then get consistent working out, I'm telling you, the results that you can have in life, not even just looks wise, just getting to wherever you want to get to. It's amazing. The company I was with before, I was mandatory 15 minutes before we left the yard. That's dope. That's dope. Right now, I've just been doing some light stuff, but I normally keep it simple. I have a chest day that I mix with something else. I have arm day that I mix with something else. Of course, a leg day, and I love doing dips for chest, bench press. I love dumbbell work, kettlebell stuff. Um, right now, I'll show you a couple of small things that I use. I thought this was one of those hype TikTok things that would never work. One of these that just puts tension on stuff. Nah, this thing is the truth. It's real. Cause like this right here, let's change the camera angle. This right here, you're getting a full extension on your chest coming in, and you can feel that tension. And this is really just for developing the muscle to have the right, outline and cut. And then also like this, these are going to be higher rep, low, low stress, not a lot on your butt. If you do it right, that's the thing too, and y'all know this that been working out. But doing a workout correctly 5 times is gonna be just half-assing it anyway. But this is another thing with these. The tension with this, just pulling up on a bicep. Oh, but you do 20 of these like this on each arm, 5 reps, and it will have your bicep burning. I want y'all, and guys, obviously I'm not trying to get y'all to check me out. Ladies, maybe you help me more. Look at where I'm at right now. I got kind of a belly, been laying around. The muscle I do have is kind of what I've had. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I've really put on. Like, look at me right now, and then watch me by the time I'm back from the beach in first week of June. I'll look like a different person. Cause I'm gonna get take serious with this. But this like this, hit the lower chest, hit the upper chest. You can also do these back here. This is just whenever I'm doing just light stuff in the room, just small stuff. This is something I saw a bodybuilder do, and then I started doing it. This isn't something I would do just for like an actual workout. This is stuff I do just like for like maybe if I wanted to hit a little extra workout, a 15-minute thing. Higher reps with lightweight. I would never use 15-pound dumbbells. I normally use 25 or 30, 35, 40, depending on what I'm doing. But these are a 215. If you take these and do any, like, let's say curls, do that just as many as you can on each arm. Get all that blood flowing to the muscle. I forget which bodybuilder it was that did this every night before he went to bed, but he swore by it. And he would just, and for those that don't work out, if you're doing curls like that, if you get that full extension, come down slow. Full extension, come down slow like that. But he would hit those, and then he would hit on the tricep, bang, 40, 50 times lightweight like that, just to get blood flowing before he went to bed. And he swore by how it helped him. And like right now, like I haven't been working at here recently. I've been cycling and just doing that. Like I feel blood flowing to my muscles. It feels good. Father watches over his children. Most definitely, Granny. See what else I want to speak on real quick before I get up out of here. But I think we had a good first podcast. As we get going, I'll be a little more organized. I really put this together last minute because I want to do this and take it serious. Uh, that's another thing. Like I gotta start being more on point with the lives, more prepared. And this, I just kind of was winging it. I want to see, if people will be interested in doing this because I want to help people and I want us to be able to help each other. And I think this is a way, it's cool to help people and vibe and link through the music. But if we can help each other spiritually, physically, mentally, then we can really help people and we can take that on to other people and share that, man. It's an amazing thing. For real, for real. Let's see here. I had wrote a couple of things I wanted to say. This will be like my closing segment for tonight. I'm just kind of going through giving you like kind of a look at what a show would look like if I was just constantly talking on here. But if nobody told you today, I'm proud of you for continuing to fight. Keep praying, keep training, keep healing. Your story isn't over yet. I'll see you next episode. This format is something that I think is perfect. You know, check in with each other, see how everybody's doing, pray up, get a new message spiritually. Um, sit here together and do our positive affirmations and stuff. Speak positive into the air. I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're able to speak out loud where you're at, but I want to do it with you right now. Just give you a different one this time. The highest vibration, the highest frequency is God, is love. So let's do this. If you can, say it with me 20 times. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. God, I love you and I'm grateful for this life. I'm thankful for breath every day. I'm thankful to be able to experience life as you have blessed me with. And speak positive like that, man. It will change your whole attitude, change your whole mood. It will change your life. They had the experiment, you can go look this up, where they spoke positive to certain water, other water had negativity spoken to it. They froze it, come back. The water they spoke positive to had beautiful little I don't know what you would call it, just the way that it looked, it was beautiful. The hate one, it was all busted up and messed up, and it's like you have no clue. Some of you may, but you don't have no clue the power of your words. If you don't remember anything that I say from tonight, remember this. Your perception is your reality, 100%. I don't know any more than you may how much of what we see in everyday life is real and how much of it is our perception of what we're seeing. I've been with people many times and looked at something and said, "Hey, that's that," and they would swear to God that it was completely different than what I'm seeing. Your perception is your reality. Right now, if I sit here and think I've got just the worst man boobs ever, the more that I think that, the more that that's real. Because if it's real to me, then that's my reality. Um, I love y'all. I'm thankful for y'all. And I feel like I want to grow a community like nobody has in this lane on these YouTube streets. I feel like I've been mentally holding myself back, and I apologize to y'all for that because we are going to turn this channel, we're going to turn what we're doing over here into a positive place where we're getting physically healthy together, we're getting spiritually right together, we're getting mentally healthy together. We're really impacting each other's lives and passing that on to others. You're not going to see that anywhere else in this lane, I promise you. And we're going to impact artists by putting spotlights on them and giving them true support. We are like myself, I'm gonna continue putting out music. I'm about to put out the best music that I've ever released, and it will chart. I know it will because I know that you all will support me, and I just know that I had that vibe, that feeling. I think that it will be in the top 20 on iTunes. And I don't know, I don't say this to you all trying to manipulate you. I say this to you all because it's the truth. When we start showing these people more and more that we hold weight over here and they really see it, that's whenever whenever my album drops and they see that it charts and it's not an AI album, it'll be the third album that I dropped the chart after never having anything chart in my life. But I didn't grow up in the streaming era. But the fact that we were able to make Millie X chart and it was just kind of a side fun project for the most part showed y'all strength. Y'all have been showing our strength. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is a show about love and positivity. This is needed here, man. Look at these people. These people rejoice in bullying people. They rejoice in spewing hate to people. They rejoice in bringing people down. Um, and I don't want to speak negatively on them. I don't know why they enjoy that. Uh, when I'm hateful to people, I have a conscience that I don't feel good about it. Um, I want us to run that hate out of this lane. I want I want us to I want people everywhere that are in these lives that are full of hate to feel the love radiating from over here at such a high frequency that they feel like they gotta come over here and kick it and just see what's up. And I want them to feel it whenever they come over here, so much so that these hate spewing hypocritical people are stripped of any kind of power that they have over this community. These people aren't. I'm a I'm a God fearing man, and I don't say this in negativity. Triple T is not, and I repeat, Triple T is not anything in the country rap lane except a guy that was able to get online and just post a whole bunch, weasel his way in with people, lie to his audience, um, promote drama, and build an audience. And guess what? I look better. I know music better. I'm a better person, and I have a better community to build on. I think that within a year we could have the biggest community around here. Chop Easy, not a bad guy. I think that being around some of that BS is rubbed off on him. But Chop Easy wouldn't have been anybody in this lane if it wasn't for Justin Thompson here. Go be my mouthpiece on on a live stream. That's cool. Chop Easy's good at what he does. I'm not trying to hate on Chop. I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. This lane needs this. Even if it's not for me, it needs it. I know music, country rap has spiraled from where it was at a year and a half ago. It needs Ryan Upchurch back. It needs Ryan Upchurch back in a better state of mind, though. I don't care if he's on drugs. I would like to see him not on drugs. I just want to see him in a good state of mind. Whether anybody believes this or not, I could manage Ryan Upchurch better than that Chad Offby ever could. Give me a month, 2 months with Ryan Upchurch, and this country rap lane would hate life, the people that go against him, because if I can take Shaka Hustle Man from picking up trash at a show to then not even the people that are throwing the shows, not even seeing him as a big enough artist to even offer an opening slot to me saying, I believe in you. He was picking up trash to doing, songs with me and Lil White, sharing stages with Tech Nine with me, doing major stuff. And go watch the interviews. The interviews he does now, he's not telling the full truth. He tells the truth with B Millie admitted from the story. Go watch many interviews and he'll tell you I was his biggest inspiration. I was that guy that was willing to put myself second and try to lift this young man up. And I'm not saying I did everything, I didn't at all, but I'm telling you that he may not be where he's at if I didn't help him get that first push. Just real shit. Um, I got, kind of off the beaten path of where we want to be here, but uh I love y'all. Uh y'all have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back. Facts, no fences. And I hope y'all don't dislike it, but I'm gonna get back to doing more of a podcast format where I am talking more. I'm good at talking if I'm able to focus and just not cutting out. That's why I did straight to YouTube tonight because it's easier for me to do it on here. I'm not having any kind of issues, mic, da da da. Um, we have to do something besides just pushing music constantly because I want to compete with with guys at the highest level with this. Whether it be artists dropping music, I want to compete with them. Whether it be the biggest guys in this lane, I want to compete with them. One thing they'll never compete with is the positivity and the community that we have and people come together. They can't compete with that because we would never sit here and spew hate and try to bring somebody down. We would never try to push somebody to the point of hurting themselves. We would never do that. Not saying we're holier than thou or we're just better. Just people over here have a conscience. I had went into Dagburn's chat last night, and y'all help me, man. Like go in these chats that are bigger chats and say, hey, not trying to promote, but y'all come through and see what we do over here. I think y'all would enjoy it. And come to find out, there's more people, and I've had probably 100 now. People say that they're not able to comment in the live chat, and it happened whenever there was still moderators that I didn't realize had moderator status. I don't know how they did it because I can go to these people. One of them was Tyrone last night in Dave Burns chat. He said he can't comment in my live streams. Just the people that have said that, if they were able to be with us doing lives, we would probably have 40 to 50 people in every live on average at a concurrently. My goal this year is to see us get there over 50, get to where we're having 40, 50 concurrently. And I'm not trying to just build numbers, but that's how you get to where we say, hey, we have this audience. We like this guy, Curtis Ryan. We want him to be bigger in country rap. We think he deserves it. He's a talent that deserves more light. That's how we get to where we can do that. And we can help artists change their lives so we can help them reach bigger audiences. And that's what I'm really about over here. That's the number one goal. You know what I mean? Is doing that and helping artists. And of course, whenever I drop my music, homies on here drop their music, we're able to get that heard more. I mean, I'm not ever gonna turn my back on that, but my main goal isn't B Millie music and getting that heard. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna go super hard on that. So, but I'm 40 years old. I have a very realistic approach to life. I don't think that I'm gonna be the next big thing. If something happened and some shit just took off, amazing. But I want to help people. That's what I've always did. That's at Ryan Reaper said it. He's on a live one night said, I've never saw B Millie do anything but try to help people. He's don't deal with fuck shit. If people was on some fuck shit, then he called it out. It's the truth. 100% the truth. Going all the way back to whenever I started doing this to now, there's no artist in my region. And it bothered me watching Shaka on an interview a couple days ago talking about East Tennessee so much, not me. Shaka, I was a part of this region and the biggest part of it for since 2007. I was a big part of the East Tennessee, what you would call underground hip hop scene. And for over half of those years, I was the biggest artist in the scene. When you met me, I was the biggest artist on the scene for a very long time. And you aren't as big around here whenever your name's not attached to mine. You know that. And whenever you remember going with me when we go out to promote stuff in Johnson City, and they say, "Hey, grind all night, be Millie, come in for free." When nobody knew Shaka like that, he was new to the scene. So, but you're doing great, buddy. But a couple years in, bro, I'm 20 years in, and for those 20 years, I'm that dude in this scene for at least half of it. And whenever you started being that dude, if you recall, I purposely took a step back because that's what guys like me are supposed to do at that age. I'm supposed to take a step back and lift you up when I see the talents you have. And I, I don't have nothing negative to say to you, but I don't have a lot of good to say to you either. You owe me an apology. You owe my family an apology. More specifically, my sons and my mom for what they had to see you say. You owe them. Until that happens, whatever, bro. Spin whatever stories you had. Uh, you know what really happened, what really didn't. You just know it'll ruin your career if you tell everybody that uh, you ruined my life in a major way for a while because of what you did. But that's not what I'm here for. Uh, I'm trying to do this and be a positive guy so I don't go put pressure on these cats and start letting people see the thing. Tough redneck, like, man, these guys are pushovers. They are they're used car salesmen. These guys will tell you anything to try to get you to buy the BS they're selling. I come on here and tell y'all the truth so much to a certain extent that I make myself look bad in the process because I want to be real with y'all. I can't connect with y'all if you know I'm sitting here, I'm full of shit. I've watched other people do these lives and been like, lie, 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 and wondered how is there 100 people in here that support this? I don't know. But it's like I told you, I haven't been completely sober. Um, for the most part, yeah, I've struggled though, and I'm gonna rack up that, and I'm about to go on a crazy run of winning. We're gonna have between this, and this isn't the major part of this channel, but between this, Facts No Fences, Bayou Bangers, Mud Music Mayhem, we're gonna create something that these people on here can't stop. Uh, but I also want to create in with that something that we can take out here and do shows with. And if these people are trying to block any kind of stuff that we want to do, okay, we don't need you. And we no offense, I do AI stuff too, but we have a lot of people in here that do AI music. We need more artists coming over here um that aren't AI artists. We have plenty, but we need more. And a lot of the ones that go out and do these shows, I have personal conversations with them, and they have a lot of love for me and what we're doing over here. They just don't want to block avenues to be able to do certain stuff like redneck rave by, attaching themselves. And that's okay. I feel like we can have our own thing within the next year to where we can have a show and have a couple hundred people at the first one and then build on it. I'm not limiting myself mentally with anything. It's major. It's not worth doing at this point. This is how I feel about life. unless it's going to be done correctly and it's going to be done on a high level. It's going to be done positive. It's going to be done following God. I don't want to do it 100%. If you've hit my line up a lot lately and haven't heard from me, it's probably because I don't feel like you're on that right frequency, on that right wavelength. I feel like, and I'm not having any negativity come to me or anybody. Birds of a feather flock together. I'm not just some guy that, even though most of y'all got to know me over the past couple years, I'm not a guy that just came into this. I'm a guy that has worked with many of your favorite artists, that shows with many of your favorite artists. I would read this magazine article behind me. I'm not trying to say this to be egotistical. I just want y'all to understand that they tried to downplay me whenever they tried to blackball me. This magazine article says that Tennessee history is one that is one of the most major influences in the underground hip hop community and the hip hop culture period, and that you can't speak on the history of Tennessee hip hop and rap culture and not mention B Millie. So yes, I do take it disrespectfully whenever an artist that I help build can talk all this East Tennessee stuff. You gotta say my name or you're not telling the true story about East Tennessee. If a guy I didn't know wrote a magazine article on me and said, you gotta mention this guy's name, then and he's just talking about Tennessee, then you gotta say my name, Shaka. You're not telling East Tennessee, homie. Matter of fact, you're an amateur on East Tennessee scene. Holla at me in 18 years. You ain't the big dog, homie. I just been letting you out here live. Best believe it. What to say right here? Let's get the quote right. Tennessee has been and will continue to be a historic part of the evolution of hip hop, and you have to include B Millie in that history. If you gotta include me in the history of Tennessee hip hop, you have to include me in the history of East Tennessee hip hop. Nobody has put on for it like I have. Nobody. Nobody, buddy. What was you doing in 2009? I was uh working with DJs from Memphis to Knoxville. Uh Next mixtape, Matt Bravo was kicking with him in Knoxville all the time. Next mixtape had Bravo, Jelly, Lil White on it. I'm doing shows, different states and everything. I've been did this. Some of the biggest streamers that you know of right now that you can go on TikTok and their shit's viral all the time, they've reacted to my stuff. They spoke with me. They know who I am. And I'm not saying this to brag. I want some of y'all to understand the history of what I've actually accomplished in this music, because they tried to start erasing it and get it out the way. Let's downplay who he is because they know who I am. That's why they wanted to get me out of the way. Me, Shaka, Round Eye, and Kels. If me and Shaka's album didn't get taken down and we promoted it all the way, it was over with for a lot of country rappers. Shaka would be way bigger than he is now. I would be way bigger. And we would have we we went everywhere with a crew of motherfuckers, and we had just been rocking all together for less than 2 years, and we had a major movement within this lane that they were afraid of. Justin Time has to pay to get on the iTunes charts. He saw me and Shaka do it with $0 and wonder why he was the first one calling wanting to buy my part of the album. They saw us as a threat, rightfully so. Shaka was on his way to be, and I'm no offense to church fans, but he was just gonna be that guy eventually. And I, they had to get me out of the way to get Shaka up and under them. Now he does free shows for him all the time. That's not where I had him at. I had him getting paid for shows. He digressed. He lost 9,000 monthly listeners since our album dropped. I'm not saying this to be mean or spew hate. We don't tell the truth over here. I ain't biting my tongue no more. But this ain't what this is supposed to be about. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna have a great show tomorrow. Pop Panda will probably be with me most likely. And man, let's do this, man. Hey, Bubba, get the holler boys and holler girls over here and let them know F what they heard. There's some real Tennessee country shit. It's real over here. It's godly. Uh, ain't no BS over here. Ain't no Epstein 5 shit going on over here. Um, I, I did some shit people could call along the lines of gay at times in the past because of just weird shit. We ain't doing that. We doing rap, high level podcast. I'm not getting on here no more and doing these shit. And I'm not blaming nobody. That was just bad internet. But we had to compete with these people. I wanna I wanna win, and we're gonna win. I want you all to feel good knowing that you're a part of something that is big in this, that's influential in this. I watch these other guys' lives. I'm not entertained. I'm fed. The entertaining part is seeing how many lives I can count. Only entertaining part. And then I'm sitting there trying to figure out like how are these busters in any kind of position in any music? these I had to talk with somebody about this earlier, and it's so true. Country rap is some lame guy. It's not all there's some dope ass artists, great dudes. So don't get that twisted. But there's a whole lot of just janky ass dudes who are trying to convince each other that they're more country than each other. And it's like, bro, I came into this before country rap was a thing and was putting out mixtape called Country Fried because I'm a country motherfucker from Tennessee and I rap. Who gives a fuck if I'm a redneck? Who gives a fuck if I'm more country than you than not? I could probably beat your ass. I'm realer than you. I'm more highly favored than you, probably. More attractive than you, damn sure. Man, I'm looking rough right now. I'm more attractive than you. I know my strong points. I was a guy that couldn't rap on a beat for anything. Now there's not one artist in this lane that I wouldn't get on a song with and feel like I could hold my own. I'm no longer going to downplay myself because I want I want everyone that's over here to be lifted up, go to a higher level with this shit, and we're gonna get there. And we're gonna get there through following God. We're gonna get there through being positive, but we're not running. I'm not biting my tongue. I'm not going out here trying to just start drama. But if stuff is brought this way, we're gonna stand 9.5 toes, 10 if we got them, and stand firm on our beliefs. Um, rest on our morals. They don't have any morals. These guys sit here and tell lie after lie. They tell you the stuff that they post to get you to come watch their stuff. Clickbait. I mean, oh man, I hate it for just in time whenever Bravo catches his ass slipping. By the way, Bravo's a shooter. I rode around, man, the dang statute of limitations up. I rode in the hood in Knoxville, Bravo, and we're strapped like the Navy and they're escorting people through hoods. I don't know if Justin knows what he did. I just hope Bravo is cool with Justin because if he's mad at Justin over this, Justin's hit. And females, ladies, if you're still over here in the chat, can you answer me a question? Could you see yourself being with a slime ball like Justin Time? I mean, the redneck rave, for better or worse, is just like a damn sin fest. It's almost got the country stuff to it, but Justin Time's a slime ball, y'all. Just straight up. He don't like country people. He makes fun of us behind closed doors. He said he had to come in the country rap lane and show you country, the city slicker idea, show you country boys how to do it. The day I heard him say that was when I lost respect. Hey, none of us are perfect, brother. And that's all that matters, that you have a heart and that you try to do your best. And I feel like I can do better than I've been doing. I feel like we all have greatness in us through God, and I feel like I haven't been fully living up to my potential. I've self-sabotaged myself at times, and I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm gonna continue to do good stuff like I have been, but we're gonna do some great things over here. And I love y'all. I really do. I have so much love for this community, and that's something that's real. That's not me coming on here just, oh, I want to get likes and views. If I want to get likes and views, I would get on here and talk crazy. I would talk reckless, and they would be over here 30, 40 of them like they were when I was used to do it. It's not what I want to do right now. If y'all ever want to see me do that, just ask. Y'all run this. If y'all ever just want to entertain tonight, hey, Millie, just go ham on these dudes and let's have some fun. We can do it, and we'll test it and see how many people we can get over here. I guarantee you we can get 40, 50 people if I'm over here talking shit. But that's not how I want to build it. But don't get it twisted. I will stand up to these guys. I can speak better than them, more eloquently than them. I can talk shit better than them. I look better than them. I know music better than them. They're lame as hell. It takes all them grouping up. That's what they do good. They come together. I give them that. But they don't. These guys that started a YouTube account and have these lives or try to do this music shit, these dudes ain't did a quarter of what I have in music. A quarter. They haven't seen being this that I have. You have no clue how many artists that I've took from nothing to having being the most known artist in my area. I've did it with a few artists. They mad pissed off. This is Tad, living how I live. Shout out to the curse breakers. Yes. Amen. 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 Crush, I love you. Granny, I love you. Bubba, my dog. Hey, spread the word tomorrow. Let's roll in here deep and show out for you people, man. It's our time. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.